They really are. Yeah. I hope so.
Welcome
We're live
to February's Fireside Chat. We are so excited you're here. I hope everybody is enjoying an unseasonably cold February, or maybe seasonably cold where you are. But in Miami, we are enjoying an extended period of chill, and it has been quite nice.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, you're in a jacket, Ian. This
I
is
see you got a
unheard
light
of.
jacket on.
Wow.
exactly, rare occasion, but
High of low 70s, maybe?
And
Happy
an
to be here.
ice blue too.
I like the
Right.
blue. It's nice.
we actually got into the 80s today, but still.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Maybe in the shade, it was really cold.
Frigid.
Exactly. The AC. You guys know how it is.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and summon the spirits here
Yes.
together and
Y'all summon.
toast to a beautiful
What are you
fireside chat.
summoning?
He's lighting a flashlight candle.
Over you,
Oh my
over
gosh.
you, and over me.
Wait, we need a candle.
That's okay.
We need a candle.
Nah, we're good. We got a
Somebody get a candle. Candle.
The spirits have
A
been
really important question from Zach. Who is Steve and who is Keith?
oh yeah.
Oh,
All right, guys, give us the little backstory on this very, very
Important.
early
Huge
days
public inside
show.
joke now.
yeah. Well, internally in the band, we spend a lot of time together. So we have a lot of factions of side solo projects. And, one of the first ones was during it was formed spontaneously in LA during a photo shoot we were having with Warner Brothers, where Mike and I, looking fabulous, glammed up. We'll get you the picture later. And we were we're taking pictures next to a wall. Above each one of us randomly was written Steve and Keith. And
on a brick. Yeah, just
hence here we are.
Stephen Keith.
So that is how much we will think about things on the road.
Yeah, I think it's a very, very nice representation of the mild insanity that takes over
But just
mid-tour.
Yeah.
Anybody have
Britt, would you mind introducing us to the baby in the room?
Yeah. Eric, highlight me. Thanks.
Oh, wow.
What's up?
Highlight me.
Highlight
Look
me.
at that baby.
Look at that baby.
Gummy bears for Cape Grant.
baby?
yeah.
Guys, this is
Zap.
Shanson Holgis Mullen.
Hi,
Born
Sam.
February 7th, 9 pounds, 13 ounces. No big deal.
Oh, damn.
And 21 and a half inches long. Somehow, I just was holding all that in, and now I'm holding it out.
Wow.
She's fast asleep. She's a lady. And as far as we know. And yeah, she refuses to show her face on social media
Mm-hmm.
in a live stream.
Kind of doing like a Sia move, the way that she always just.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Very
She might look at us. We don't know. Turn around. Currently, I think she's trying to move some stuff through her internal organs, if you know what I'm saying.
It's her primary job.
Very elegant description there.
Is she a soprano like her mom?
She is. We call her the Regal Seagull because she's a queen
Wow.
and she has a really high-pitched call.
Of course she does. Love it.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for your sweet congrats and acknowledgments of this tiny noggin. Not so tiny, but you know.
I mean, this is epic. This is like
Yeah,
a
that's
newborn baby in the fireside chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
well, it's
How
a new
else can we-
fireside
so
chat.
laid back about being.
Name
all-
is Samson. So yes, very epic.
Yes.
And
I mean, if there was one thing Steven and I were sure of, and we only picked one name,
It's done here.
we didn't know if we were having a boy or a girl until we had the baby.
Oh, you
One name, and it was Samson. And it was because we knew that no matter what, the hair was going to be epic.
Mhm.
So, you know. boy or
and
girl.
it is her uncle's suspicion that this is just the excuse for her to never get a haircut.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Much like her mom and dad.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
We're gonna be those people. I bet you all thought I was gonna name this baby like River or like Sky,
Yeah, like
Rapunzel.
asteroid or something.
Cloud,
Mhm.
Water, but I didn't. Samson.
Samsonite.
Yeah.
Well-
And obviously Samson, Samster to Hamster,
Ooh,
Samson. Uh-huh.
Hamster.
Sam Ding Dong. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it.
Oh,
and
that's
all
really
of it's fun.
Very good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, guys, just a preview of things to come. Tonight's Fireside Chat is quite loose. We are going to be reviewing options for the first song in the remotely recorded Delta Ray phase of being, and that we announced last month. And so I've brought a selection from Demos with Ian that I'm excited about. We're going to listen to some snippets. And then if you guys have any suggestions that you'd like to hear as options for the first recording, we also want to hear your input, anything that we've lost track of over these many, many years of making music together. And certainly Eric, Britt, Liz, Grant, Mike, you guys feel free to jump in with any suggestions too. This is genuinely the open forum in which we are first discussing this. So we're excited.
I also
Chain
wanna
on
say-
Love. Wow. There's
yeah.
a deep cut.
For sure. I also want to say it would be fun to hear of any like instrumentation or like a vibe that people would like to hear from us. Is it more epic and theatrical, orchestral? Is it more like hip hop? Is it more like pop? Is it more
Yeah.
folk and acoustic?
That's great. Yeah. I want to hear what you think about in the style of.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, that's an
And I feel
example.
like once we've opened that door, we're gonna get a lot of jokes. So I just want to prepare everybody.
So
Nice.
someone has anyone suggested If I Loved You?
right in the
Oh,
style
yeah, Version
of any
5.
of the other styles we've already done it in.
Round 7.
It's high time.
Yes.
A bluegrass.
Well, let me just address Cassie's comment first. I am working with my cousin right now to illustrate Does the Moon Have a Mommy? The early results are
So good.
amazing. And our cousin Casey, who served as our merch manager for a tour and also has done a lot of the illustrations for The Ninth Woman and
Wait.
other.
She also did the Run shirt. She did the stained glass from the revival.
Right.
Yeah, no, she's been
Such amazing work.
intimately involved with Delta Ray art for a long time, and she has taken she's rendered the illustrations for Does the Moon Have a Mommy, which I'm hoping will be finished later this year and will probably be self-published. But
Unless anyone has any publishing hookups. Am I right?
Yeah,
Right?
well, we'll see. But at a minimum, we'll be self-published, and I am very excited to
It's
share.
so beautiful, Ian. And Casey. It's so good. Okay, these are all really good suggestions. And Chris, I really thought you were gonna make jokes, but I feel like these are genuine. These would be genuinely good. So,
The most genuine I see is a Tavern Time recommendation, which is like the theme from Tavern Time and like everything from Tavern Time. So I'm
Let's
thinking
record it over
that
and
we
do
just
tiny-
do all
We do it the
all
theme song.
Tavern Time all the time.
Oh, look. Now that's what I call tavern.
That's what I call Tavern Time, Volume 5.
Oh my God.
It can take as long to get there.
I'm glad that we started this fireside chat with an inside joke that goes so far back, because now we've got Armsy has entered the chat, so we're
Yes.
we're following the thread.
Okay, I just want to explain Armsy because it really does warrant explaining. When we did the Kickstarter and we were trying to get over 5,000 backers in order to make the musical, some really interesting names started to pop up as backers, and it's very clear to us that amazing fans and diehards made multiple profiles. So Armsy and I think Legsy both contributed So
Very generous.
Really
I don't want to. I think that it seems like a bit of a reach to think that armsy and legsy aren't real people who deserve their own credit for.
I'm just glad Hansy didn't contribute because that would be kind of
that's for the best.
Go ahead, everybody. Hold your applause.
All right. Well, in the absence of any early recommendations or Delta Ray, if you guys want to jump in, I think we've got Fool's Gold, Louder Than Cannons.
Whoa, fool's gold.
Yeah, I saw that one. Darlin' If.
Oh, that's a good one.
Darlin' F, great one. Do we put She Must Be Wrong behind the door?
Yeah. I think it's on the on that early demo in the attic.
I'm just insulted that it hasn't been suggested yet.
Wow.
All right, let's listen to some options. I want to jump in with Eric. Let's fire up some of the demos with Ian options. And
Okay.
I think first up, let's listen to Wandering Child.
Oh,
Wandering Child? Okay.
If you don't
One
mind.
second. Do not. Here it comes. So I'll play a verse and a chorus, yeah?
Yes, perfect. No audio. One more time.
Sounds good to me.
loose
Okay.
rock.
You couldn't hear that?
The song.
Huh.
No, I couldn't hear that one either.
I couldn't.
Yeah, try it again.
It's
Maybe-
going to space.
Maybe
guys.
unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah, right.
Blow on it.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing. My suggestion would be Wandering Child, but with sound.
Mhm.
I was thinking maybe Eric,
Of-
maybe Ian can just sing it.
Right.
Wandering Child audio version.
Okay. Oh, it's a wandering child. Where did the child go?
That is not how it goes, Michael.
No, I think.
But if you'd like to hear Mike's version, that is also an option.
That's the VIP behind the door, and it goes like this. Oh, a wandering child. Oh, where did the child go? It's on Brittany's lap. The
Oh.
child is Samson.
That's Brittany's lap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where did the wandering child go? It's wandering around. Gotta find the
Doesn't
child. It'll wander off too far.
It goes loose rock road and cicada song. I think it
I
starts
want
like
to point out that technically she is in my lap. She's very long. So just to be clear, yeah,
A long egg. So my
A long and
a longering child.
She is in
Along
your
with-
lap and beyond.
Yeah, she's
that's a
her
cool.
belly. Her belly alone was in the 99th percentile of all babies. Only 1 in 100 babies has a bigger belly than this baby. That's what I like about her. Eric,
Long and happy baby is very good.
It's very good.
Yeah, great work.
that's
Audio one more time, dog.
Let me I'm just gonna kick out a video so that we can upload it directly. 1 second.
All right.
Just
it's very impressive.
Anyway, wandering
No,
child.
no.
Oh.
McKinney's got an interesting suggestion with bringing back. I mean, one of the deepest cuts, possibly ineffectual.
whoa.
Wow.
Yes.
oh my god.
I mean, that's like
That's from high school.
I'm interested.
That's from middle school.
Mike, how old were you then?
I was in college.
33.
Apparently, Mike was in middle school.
Yeah, gosh.
I was on my third marriage.
Stronger. That's a good one. The trouble is, you guys write so many great songs. It's so hard to pick.
We try.
Well, I am excited about the song when we all get to listen to it together.
It's a real big buildup.
Sometime next week. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Mike, let's get an extended drum roll if you don't mind.
I do mind.
There's a reading corner over here.
We got these guys reading up here.
Reading quarter. It's also just amazing to see Silas like so casual with his comic book.
Yeah.
Really good.
All right, here we go.
No.
What is it?
Drummer.
Every time I smell that hickory air. It's a great one. It's great.
We'll likely get Liz on lead vocals, so you're getting the kind of mashup preview here.
Oh, can we do it in C?
We can do it in C. We can do it in C.
I think I know that.
You have the technology.
No,
No sharp. No flat.
All right. Sweet.
Loose Rock Road and Cicada song. I don't know where I belong. But every time I smell that hickory air, I know that my home's out there. Dream on, wandering child. Sun so hot it'll burn your eyes. Waving hands in familiar eyes. I know the reason why I left, but that don't mean my heart forgets. Dream on, wandering child. It's gonna get harder before you find your meaning. It's gonna get darker before you see the light. Gonna rain like heaven over the sands of Egypt, Lord, but you'll be stronger on the other side.
Yes, dude.
Yes. I love that chorus.
Yeah. I mean, it's so good, dude.
Very
What's-
unusual.
What was
It's waking Samson up, but it's otherwise really good.
It what?
It's waking Samson up, but otherwise it's really good.
Thumbs down for the wake up. Yeah.
Get
No,
used
no.
to it, Sammy.
Just sleep.
I'll get you at 2:30 a.m. Don't worry.
Zach, I want to apologize for letting you down. You're right. That is not what you were promised. From Mike.
Yeah, that's the deleted.
Really good, Zach.
It's we only do that one live.
Yeah, that's only live.
It's like that's why people come.
Stephen
to
Keith.
People come to the show for that. So
You know what I love about that one is that guitar style reminds me a lot of how we started the acoustic album with No One Ever Really Dies, and I find it so comforting. Is anybody else with me on that? Like that kind of just
Yeah.
we're gonna get through this kind of nonstop.
yeah.
But it's got a chillness to it. It's just like it just like doesn't slow down for anyone.
This
you know?
one
Yeah.
I feel like I might get demoitis with this one, where it like makes me think of City and Color put out like a dual record of demos and then like the studio tracks, and I just love listening to the demos because it's just him and a guitar, and it's like this song. I'm like,
Could you explain what demoitis is? Because I had to tell somebody what that was. What do you think? What does that mean to you?
gosh, demoitis is where we have a spare moment to. Well, yes. Yes.
Go ahead.
Where we have a spare moment to like practice, rehearse a song. So likely for years it was on sound checks or like at load in. Like we had to load in, just hustle up and start jamming. Ian or Eric would just they would loop this part and we would just go. And then eventually somebody would be like, something's happening, and they start recording from their phone. And then that really, I feel like, informed a lot of stuff that came from the dark. I mean, it informs everything. Basically, we just try to chase that in the moment feeling. I don't know if I'm probably,
but yeah, when you're in the recording studio, the producer says like, let's do X, Y, Z. And then we're kind of thinking about the original,
the rawness,
very first raw thing,
the rawness
of that demo. So that's that demoitis thing. And there's something super cool about the very first, what comes from the heart onto the first iPhone recording, That's
so true. And I'm actually trying to, I think, capture and, explain that to some of my students now. And it is a really interesting phenomenon. So yeah, there's something very beautiful about the kind of, raw quality of vocals demo in the early stages. And then you explore what the song could be with production. And it can sometimes the conflict there can be tough for the artists involved. So yeah, we call that demoitis. And but I think that this song, I think, is a fun early candidate. Liz has expressed interest in singing lead on it, which I think would sound awesome. And I think the Klein brothers would also just absolutely eat this one up. So between getting Mike and Grant in their studio and then bringing kind of the base of it together and then getting Liz to record vocals, I think there's a lot there.
I think we all want to record this one, so it's just a question of should this be the first one. But right now it feels like the kind of lead contender to me.
Stay up here, Bubba.
Well, there's a lot of wandering children now, so it seems like.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, exactly. That's the main thing. We got to clean up this wandering child syndrome we got going on.
Just a mess.
Any little nuggets about where that chorus came from, Ian, or what kind of you were thinking about?
I would say that it's a common. I think that it's like it's kind of a recreation of elements of Morning Comes combined with a little bit of biblical mythology, a la Bottom of the River. That it's gonna rain like what's the
heaven is gonna rain like heaven
over the sands of Egypt, Lord. Just the idea that those challenges you face early on make you stronger, and it's after the night the morning comes. It's a revisiting of that, but more kind of at the adventurous level than the getting through the day level.
I love it.
Thanks. Yeah, I love that one too. So
Ian, do you consider the Dream on Wandering Child, that's the chorus, or is it the bridge type B section?
The B set. I would say that's what I think of as the chorus, and the Dream on Wandering Child is kind of the tag, but I don't know. It's it's the combo of that verse and chorus I find very unusual, and I do like it.
Yeah, it's like talking more about it. Feels like it's got some Springsteen to it, like with that sort of like unusual. That's like something about folk music. I think to me is like it's unusual chord changes where they kind of only make sense because you agreed on some random ass shit beforehand,
right?
And then you're like, this is what we're doing, and yeah, I love that.
That verse is definitely Petty inspired as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pause. We have a Samson face here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can we get a big?
Oh man, come on.
Come on. That's a babe.
She's very squishy.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
lot of pooping.
Mhm. She's her face is imprinted from being on the other side for so long, so she's trying to even it out.
Same.
I like when you zoom in because you can really see.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's real. It's real. It's real.
Beautiful.
Zoom back out. Zoom back out.
I want to give a shout out to Kenny's birthday.
Yeah.
And wedding times for Cassie. This is very exciting.
Aww.
Big stuff going on this week. And I also want to say Dean, so the premise of DR Musical 2, I don't know if we're limited in saying this, but we're behind the door, so let's just talk between us. The premise for the second musical that we're working on is actually about Samson and Delilah, and Britt revealed to us after Samson was born that this was her name, and I was like, the serendipity of it is
So
wild.
we selected Samson's name in January of last year. Before we were pregnant, before any of it, we were just like, what would a name be? It was the only name we came up with. Obviously, Samwise was considered, but the Tolkien reference, is what I want to pick up on here. But we realized that would really pigeonhole her into the nerd category, and we wanted her to be able to also be, a Herculean type hero.
You wanted nerd opt-in.
I wanted like gardener hero or luxurious hair hero. Either one. Sam
Or all of them.
The central point there. Anyway, so then we started working on the Samson and Delilah musical, and let's just say it was very hard to be mum about her name the whole time.
I can only imagine. Yeah.
My only.
But just so people know, the serendipity is actually that we were approached to write the Samson and Delilah musical. It came out of nowhere. So the fact that these things happened simultaneously was amazing. It's not like we just started writing it.
Right. Yeah. And my only grace note there was that if I accidentally said Samson at any point and it let it slip, I could be like, oh, sorry, that musical. Just playing in my head. So,
yeah.
Nice.
Well,
as you guys were.
Yeah, we were all completely blindsided by Samson, the name, and it was awesome. So, but yes, so no Wandering Child, unfortunately, or no, I mean, much better that it be about Samson and Delilah. But Wandering Child is a footnote Delta Ray song, so that we are excited to explore that one.
But we do have some amazing songs for this musical.
I cannot wait to share those are down the road.
Yeah. Okay. I'm ready to rock with all the other songs. So
you're the best, Eric. Thanks. Will you take us to song number 2?
Yeah, let's do Alabaster Heart.
She's got the world inside her. I wanna be beside her. How come the doubts get louder just when my actions matter? I don't wanna run away from the ones that I love, but I wanna feel something. I need to find some more. My lover's eyes are on a midnight road. 'Cause everywhere I turn, it's just the world I know. I need something to make my pulse run fast, to shake down the walls of this alabaster heart. People are always people, broken and shedding needles, hearts scarred from all the healing. Dreams
Cool.
Yeah, another great one. Love it.
Do you guys remember doing a demo of this one?
I will never forget that demo session. I think one of the big promises of this song is the big 4-part harmony on I want to feel something. I need to find some hope.
Yeah.
So it's that element of it, I think, is going to be the big winner of this one.
Yeah. Still, it will need to come to life. If it's not the first one, maybe it's the second one.
I like the line that kind of kills me is people are always people.
Yeah, when you put it that way.
That's how you know you're writing the truth. That's how you know you're writing the truth.
That tickled me upon second listen.
What was the catalyst for writing this one?
I mean, I think without going too deep, it's just getting older. It's like, you settle into this phase of life where you are just trying to be steady and figuring out if that's still. It's interesting. So I was just listening to this audiobook by the tech reporter Kara Swisher, and she was revisiting some ideas about Steve Jobs and how he would look in the mirror every number of years. I think he covered this in his commencement address at whatever school he was speaking to, Stanford, and said, every number of years I look in the mirror, or every day I wake up and look in the mirror and make sure that what I'm doing still excites me. And I think this is kind of that confrontational moment, is just to say, like, is what I'm doing still feeling exciting? And I think that's kind of the impetus for it.
The Alabaster Heart line is so weird and good. It's just like out of nowhere. Where have you ever heard that phrase? And now it's in a song.
It's like a really antiquated word. But
is that the original spark? Was like, I want to write another way to say a stone heart or a hardening heart, or what was the symbolism you were trying to conjure?
I think it was the idea that we can all get kind of stuck in kind of becoming statues of ourselves, and that the idea was to shake off that that quality and to revisit being a human. So I think that was what was kind of behind it. I think that scene in scene in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, where they all come back from being statues from the White Witch. That I think is kind of what I had in mind, is like, we're all, there's a possibility of becoming just a neutral entity that is no longer informed by that level of inspiration and beauty.
I'm really loving that we've had a Lord of the Rings reference and Narnia reference.
Yeah,
that is all feeling very on brand.
Don't blame me when the sun rises, sun rises, sun rises. Say don't blame me when the sun rises and the truth comes out. Oh, don't blame me when the storm comes, rains fall, fill your lungs. I said don't blame me when the storm comes and the truth comes out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was planting seeds while you dogs were sleeping, been reading the word while you crooks were preaching. Ain't nobody giving me the Garden of Eden. I'll be building fires while you fools are freezing. So don't blame me when the sun rises, sun rises, sun rises. See, don't blame me when the sun rises and the truth comes out. Whoa. Don't blame me when the storm comes, rains fall, fill your lungs. I said don't blame me when the storm comes and the truth comes out. Whoa, 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 whoa.
very cool.
I love that song so much because I'm a huge Tori Amos fan and Joan Osborne fan.
Oh,
and Ian Hodges fan. But it's like a best of. What was your influences for that one?
Monkey sassy.
Mike, literally, I think of that song as Joan Osborne meets the Little Red Hen.
Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
yeah. That's hilarious.
And what's hilarious about that is when I set out about writing that song, I was trying to capture what?
The little red hen.
I know it's unbelievable. But I was trying to capture. Gosh, what is the artist's name? He's in Silk Sonic with Bruno Mars.
Anderson Paak.
Anderson Paak.
Anderson Paak's. Gosh, I'm totally blanking on the name right now. But he has this amazing song, "Too High," or
Come down.
Come
Yeah,
down.
and it's incredible, and the beat is amazing. And so initially, I was just trying to capture kind of the energy of that song, and then when I started playing on a guitar, it totally sounded like a Joan Osborne song. I was like, all right, whatever. But I love Joan Osborne, and I love Anderson Paak, and I think like if the ultimate version of this could live like in between those two worlds, it would be amazing. But yeah, this song was all about the idea of like kind of the deferred cost of not pitching in, and then when the sun rises, everything gets revealed. So yeah,
Pretty cool, man.
that one's very fun.
That's the sweet one. I like people's responses to that one. People like it.
Yeah, that one feels the most the strongest so far. So maybe it's don't blame me.
I will say if that's part of the recording process, the percussion on that one will be a lot.
Yeah, I feel like we'll be either channeling or directly engaging with Alex Wong on that one.
Mike,
I think we're gonna need like a junk hat, junk pants, junk jacket.
It's gonna be a lot.
a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, that's a cool song.
All right, are you guys ready for another?
Yes.
Let's do it.
When I look into the future, feel like I'm flying blind. Are we building something beautiful? Are we being left behind? Thought I was on the right path, thought we were climbing higher. Now I'm scared of where I'm leading us. Are we headed for the fire? And she looks back at me with her beautiful eyes, and she says, square with me, I can tell when you're lying. Are we gonna be alright? Baby, I don't know. Baby, I don't know. I could tell that she'd been crying, I could feel it on her skin. When I said, baby, please talk to me, wouldn't even let me in. There's a sickness in her smile now, I can't find the cure. Feel like I stole an angel from the heaven she deserves. And she looks back at me, I don't have any answers. I've been trying so long, baby, what are the chances? Are we ever gonna get back to that high love? Baby, I don't know, no, 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 no. Baby, I don't know, no, 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 no. Baby, I don't know.
Nice.
The reviews are in. The reviews are in.
A bit more
Did you
pensive.
hear it? It made a sound. It was sort of like maybe, or like,
Maybe. I don't know.
yeah, she doesn't know. What does she know?
What does she know? Hi, Steve.
I have a few things. One, I think the pre-chorus on that is so cool, and the kind of spitfire lyrics. And it's rare that we have a song that hands off a lyric into a melody. And that melody on guitar in that chorus, baby, I don't know, dun 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 dun, ba 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 ba, da, 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 is cool. It's really cool, and I'm like, I'm trying to think of another song we even do that in. Maybe Run. You can consider Run, but
I think the closest analog is
Heart Won't Break.
Heart Won't Break. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you could take this pretty pop. Like this could feel like a
This is definitely the poppiest of
chain
the
smoker type, vibes.
Yes. I think that's right.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Say it again.
For better or for worse.
Well, I think we talked about this with Alex Wong quite a lot, but like, can you take some of those pop sensibilities and make them with acoustic instruments? And the answer is yeah, they sound pretty badass. So
I've always found that
it's all
fun.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fun. This is fun to do. Okay, I think we got one more, two more. Let me see. I got two. Only the strong survive.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this is a good one. Put on your hat.
Feel so weak right now, like my hands won't work, like my body's just breaking down. And if my legs won't carry me on, to replace my judge's planking to an empty throne, how can I look past the tears in my eyes? How can I be the hero of my life? How can I help all the good people rise? I don't wanna be the one who fails my tribe. I said if only the strong survive. Why am I alive? Why am I alive? Oh, if only the strong survive. Why am I alive? Why am I alive? Keep my head down. Right.
Sorry, I meant to fade it out and I ended up just pausing it. That song is sick. I like that so much.
Well, I think what's so interesting about this is like that it is really like an exercise in listening through, which, Fireside Chat joiners, this is like the very early days of Delta Ray, where you have to like hear a song in its early incarnation and imagine what it could be. And so, yeah, that one feels very raw to me, but I also think kind of, could be awesome.
It's very vulnerable. I like the vulnerability of it.
Yeah, it feels like it would be very percussive, which feels exciting. And Mike, you are muted in case you are trying to make a contribution.
I'm here. I'm telling Grant I never have the comments on during Fireside Chats, and he does. And I was telling him I freaking love seeing the interaction. I never see it.
Wow, Mike.
My policy in life is never read the comments. I never do. And I am seeing this. I'm like, I was telling him, I love this community so much.
Yeah.
That's what I was. Sorry. Continue.
The policy, it's don't read the reviews. You can read comments in a Fireside Chat.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, I just want to take a tally right now. I think we're kind of, it's pretty cool that we are zeroing in on potentially Don't Blame Me as like a definitive front runner. So let's listen to our last option, and then we'll maybe, I don't know if we do a poll or figure out what our plan is.
She walks a lonely road, carries a heavy load, shields her eyes against the sky that brings no rain. But up on the path ahead, his hair is flaming red. He sees her pain and wants to pull it from her eyes. And oh, as a man grows old, oh, mighty fine love, walking down that road. Oh, in a changing tide. Bridges, strangers are waiting for their eyes to meet, easy as the sun is rising. Bridges, strangers are waiting for their eyes to meet, easy as the old crows flying. Raised voices from the past, words that he can't take back, a bitter night that separates.
Sorry, technical difficulties over here, but
It's amazing.
I was just telling Grant, this is $1 million chorus. I love this chorus as much as any.
I was just telling Grant. I like it. Everything ends with.
Shut up,
I was
Keith.
talking to Grant.
I was telling Keith over here.
Yeah, Keith.
That-
Oh, we revealed
Thank
him
you,
too.
Steve.
Okay, I was telling Keith over here. No, I adore that chorus so much, and
Mhm.
it's irritatingly good.
Hey, Ian, and these lyrics were reworked, correct?
Yeah, so it's fun if everyone wants to hear like kind of a genuine insight into our process. So we have the kind of most fully produced version of Strangers Waiting behind the door already, and I just was never satisfied with it. I felt like ultimately I was kind of plagiarizing Journey
Yeah.
and you know, Don't Stop Believin'. But there was a story that I really wanted to tell, which was about the kind of the magic of finding your person at an unexpected moment, and then also of you know, this reconciliation between two people who share a bond but have become strangers. And so I love this version of the song. I'm curious if it actually, you know, as listeners, if it's better, you know, than the version that got produced. But yeah, I think Wandering Child and Demons with Ian. That's very upsetting. Very upsetting, everybody. But I think Wandering Child and Don't Blame Me seem like the early front runners from this group. And if anybody has other, you know, options that they remember from Delta Ray iterations that they'd like to hear fully produced, I also think that should be totally.
Chain on Love was a cool suggestion, I think.
That is really cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Man, I'm challenged because I think they are all really great. So we might have to just get to work and.
And Kendi, we love Still in Love too. We just want Win Starks to sing it. So
No big deal.
yeah.
Well, this is kind of fun to leave with a bit of a draw or a mystery. And then, I mean, should we reveal what it is before we record it, or should we record it and then surprise everyone?
I think we should reveal. And also, like, I think maybe it might be worth doing a little bit of despite Taina's trolling, a little bit of a poll or something to kind of get a
Which
final.
I appreciate, Taina, obviously. Thank you for doing the Lord's work out there.
Yeah. Actually, would the diehards be? They're so tech savvy. Would they be willing to run a poll for us among the diehards and let us know what the top 3 would be?
Talia, we were seeing with Win under any circumstances. So yeah, that's definitely an option.
Okay, I just want to say that I was going to ask the diehards to do a different poll.
Okay, let's reset. Brittany has a question for the diehards.
Just another option. It could be for another month, but you know, let's pull up some vintage Delta Ray merch tees or tanks and see what people are jonesing for in new colors. That was going to be the poll I suggested. It didn't have to be this month.
I liked it. I liked that it had
Why don't we let's first run a poll about which poll we should run.
Yeah, let's run that up the poll.
On that basis, we will run a poll.
I love it. Ian, you got this?
Yeah,
you can do it on socials? You got it.
Absolutely.
All right. Good. Good start.
Okay, guys, I appreciate all of your support. I know it's genuine and that you think I'm going to succeed. So
Becky could do it, but I agree that Ian.
Kendi, that's really good. Oh boy.
Good.
All right.
Well, guys, I think given the hour, well, this has been phenomenal. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah,
it's mostly because we're just like talking to you about the songs you wrote, Ian. This is like your dream come true.
And we're also
Welcome to my TED Talk, everybody.
No, they are so good, Ian. Thank you for writing these songs.
No,
Yes.
thank you all for listening. And but let's dive into our regular segment of recommendations. And Eric, will you start us off for the month?
Yeah, and I have one I'm really excited about sharing. It is a magic show called In and of Itself. It is on Hulu. It's streaming. It was performed live in New York 500 times, but I rarely have my mind blown. But this was mind blowing, masterwork, a life's work in an hour and a half special. And I was introduced to it by one of my close friends, Lawrence, who saw it in person and said it was even more mind blowing in person than you can imagine. But I highly recommend everybody go check out In and of Itself on Hulu.
so good.
It is existential. It is truly magical. It is about all of how connected we are and how we see each other. And then it's also mind-blowing, 6 mind-blowing tricks. So that's my recommendation.
Really good.
Awesome.
Wow. I'm so excited. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, Ian, you're gonna freaking love it.
The guy's name is Derek Delgadio, by the way. And once I started researching him, I found out that he was also behind some of my favorite comedy specials that also kind of have a theatrical touch to them. Like a Neil Brennan special that came out recently. He was the stage director. So he's a very, it's hard to describe how great this experience is. So I hope you guys like it. I really loved it.
That's amazing, Eric. Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Magical.
And okay, Liz, hit us. What do you got?
Yes. Okay. There is an artist who is called Ciara Moser, and she recently put out an album. She's a female bass player and singer, and she actually put out an album called Blind So What. She's blind, and she wrote this entire album and has like this whole global career performing at all these jazz festivals and stuff. And I just think it's a very cool reminder of just maybe when we think that there are limits, but what really is that just in your mind? I just find it really inspiring. So she has an album called Blind So What, and it's very cool. It's very strong and inspiring.
That's awesome, Liz. Thank you. I'm excited to check that as well. Great rec. Britt and Samson, what do you got?
Samson really recommends shitting your pants multiple times a day. One of your favorite things. I fully support that for whoever's into it. I would say one thing I really enjoyed on recommendation from my doctor was watching What About Bob, which is a movie from the 90s.
Oh, great.
That's so good.
I've never seen it.
Oh,
You know what's
I've never seen it either.
Oh man! Oh, it's the best.
It's
I mean,
really good.
It'll
yeah,
make,
it holds up.
it'll make sense. The reaction that's happening internally right now.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those ones that like I know there's probably a million great movies that just slipped past my radar. I'm so glad this one got put back on it. And ironically, the director is Frank Oz, Eric, who also directed In and of Itself.
Yes, he did. Whoa.
Well, but Frank Oz is like the Muppet. Like
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's why everyone should watch In and of Itself, because it has some of that in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jim
That is
Henson.
so cool. I saw his name. I'm like, Frank Oz sounds familiar. That's wild. Okay. Cool.
Mike, you are muted again in case that.
Oh, I know. I'm talking to a 2-year-old
I was just
and a
telling you.
7-year-old here.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and while we got you unmuted, can you give us your recs?
Hold on, just real quick.
We're good.
Okay, it's fine. Everything's There goes.
Whoa, it's gonna rain like
Hey,
hell.
look, it's Stephen Keith. Here we are.
Hi, Stephen Keith here.
Wow.
How are
Back
you?
to a
Somebody
demo
just
show.
throw their lunch blocks on the floor.
Of sorts.
Okay.
My recommendations are, well, I have one. Y'all, I am revisiting the amazing Ken Burns documentary, The Civil War, on PBS. I am a nerd. My dad is very happy about this, but it is a miniseries on every minutia of the Civil War. It's a classic. You all know it. You all know you know it. You love it. It's amazing.
Mike, is that required viewing as a member of the bald community?
Nobody was bald back then.
What?
No,
Is that a modern thing?
people wore wigs. They had hats.
Oh, is that because of GMOs?
Yeah, the GMOs. Again, in order to get more bald insight, that's the platinum package behind the door, and we're happy to talk about all follicle related things there. But I recommend Ken Burns' The Civil War. It's so cozy and warm, and it's
What's your favorite song from it, Mike?
Yeah,
That
nothing
solo
better
violin.
than good old Civil War.
That's a silver level VIP for behind the door. But if you like The West Wing, you like political dramas, The Civil War by Ken Burns.
Okay.
And if you have like hours of time, yes.
Yeah.
If you're just like, you know what, I wish I could recycle this time, but I'm gonna.
If you are unburdened by external obligations, check out Ken Burns.
I love it. I'm impressed that you said it.
I
I'm like,
actually want to hear more from Grant.
Hang
about
on.
this
Or
opening
if you
time.
have 20 minutes at a time, I recommend Ken Burns' The Civil War.
It moves at the right pace to keep up with it for 20 minutes at a time.
yeah, I guess that's just that.
You
My
just
brain
keep
might be full at that
watching what
point.
just
Oh
happened.
yeah.
It's the new Love is Blind if you just cut it up into 20-minute segments.
Oh,
Yeah.
20 minutes and then go to bed.
Oh, man.
All right.
remember
thank
when
you.
that was like a novel? That show was novel, and now it's
I
like
do.
Love is Blind 5 million
Yeah.
in this country. It's like nuts. I'll just jump in because
We're muted.
the channel's open and it's quiet at the moment. I recently went and saw Pantera and Lamb of God.
Ooh, nice.
Just to say, like, I splurged to go see some musical legends that I'm like I never thought I would see, and I'm just saying if there are some acts that are touring this year that you're like, you know what, maybe this is my shot to see them. Like,
Yeah.
I would suggest to go do it because it felt so
Was
good.
it awesome?
Say it again.
You loved it?
Did I say it a whole lot? Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it just felt like a treat. I don't know. I don't do that stuff very often. I don't splurge to go see like an epic show, and it felt really great. So if you've got it in your budget and someone's coming through, like, and you're like, I don't know, I'd say go for it.
And if you're in the Nashville community and you like heavy metal music, we're going to be there.
I will blow your phone up with songs.
That's awesome.
That is great, Grant. I love that.
Yeah.
And then I will recommend Prequel by Rachel Maddow. I was blown away by this book. A part of American history I had no idea about. And then I'm also going to recommend a little less wholeheartedly, but you know, I found it still very interesting and you know, a quick read, which is the new book by Kara Swisher, Burn Book. Was exciting and insightful and would recommend. So
Okay.
Prequel by Rachel Maddow and Burn Book by Kara Swisher. Shout out to amazing lesbian trailblazer authors, and I loved both. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Cool.
highly recommend.
Love it.
All right, guys. I think
Oh,
that is
man.
going to bring an end to our beautiful fireside chat for February. Thank you for enduring a lot of Ian Holgis material. And if you have recommendations outside of the Ian Holgis canon, those are also very welcome. We are so grateful for you all, and we will see you next month.
Yeah, we love being with you guys.
We love you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for making us laugh.
Yeah, it's so great.
Let
Sammy
us
says bye.
release
Oh,
spirits back to where they may
Sleep good,
exist,
buddy.
and we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Guys.